At this point, it seems like teachers are very likely going on a strike on Monday. Now, if this strike goes through, this will be a historic moment for Alberta, because this would be the first time that all the teachers of Alberta province would be stepping out and would stop offering their professional services. It is important to acknowledge the depth of the issue here. Teachers have decided to go no pay strike, which says a whole deal about a lot of the things that they have been finding difficult. I have been a high school teacher myself for 8 years. I've seen conditions deteriorating in the classroom where we don't have enough educational assistance, we don't have enough supplies or resources to meet diverse needs of our students. Sometimes you don't have enough space. Classes are overcrowded and students are sometimes accommodated in learning commons, in library, in gyms, etc. This is ultimately affecting the learning of the students. So I think this is a huge step. And as a high school teacher, I am standing in full solidarity with all my teacher members. So during the strike, I will be supporting my teacher colleagues participating in the rallies. But I'm also continuing working with my tutoring students that I've been helping for more than 2 years. I'm open to helping any other families who are looking for academic support during this time, as I've been teaching more than 8 years math, physics, chemistry, along with French immersion with my tutoring students, as well as in classrooms. I think parents are clearly very anxious about this decision. There's a lot of uncertainty on how things are going to go, whether we're going to go on strike on Monday, but also if the strike comes in full effect, would parents be able to support their children? Now, I think this is high time that parents also start creating their contingency plans if they haven't done already. For younger kids, this means nannies. For older kids, this means arranging a private tutor or some sort of tutoring services so the kids are not left behind when they're back into the classrooms and they continue to thrive during this strike period. The good news is the government offering $150 per week for eligible families to support their children during these difficult times. And I think this money can be rerouted towards the nanny or any private tutor that may be required. So in my 8 years experience, I've worked in a range of different settings in public schools and private schools in northern Manitoba, in the city, in the rural. What I've often found that while some students get through the school and benefit, others are dependent entirely on one-on-one support. So I think tutoring is a very effective way of supporting students so that they can make progress, so that they can move on with their courses without being left behind. For example, in the last few years, there has been so much overcrowding in the classrooms, sometimes 30, 35, or even 40 students, that despite the teachers trying really hard and employing their professional expertise in things like differentiation and trying to help everyone, I believe it's just the overcrowding in the classes that are making it more and more difficult, which is overburdening the teachers. Teachers are burning out, but at the same time, children are also not getting their needs met and getting the supports that they want. So I believe tutoring can definitely supplement the studies of the students. It's not only about the strike period, but it is about generally having that kind of support, that one-on-one support that I think becomes the foundation of students' progress, especially if they have any specific needs. I think there are 4 important elements of effective tutoring. Number 1, subject expertise. I mean, that goes without saying is important. Number 2, licenses by the province. A provincial licensed teacher, I imagine, has a lot of experience and therefore is in a better situation to differentiate the learning, the teaching, and the assessment. They know how to do assessments. They know how to meet specific needs in the classroom, the assessment reporting. They're aware of all the tools and they have all the pedagogical skills that are required for teaching. Number 3, they should be able to offer one-on-one support because that is very helpful for certain students. Number 4, effective use of technology. In today's world, more and more things are online. If teachers are able to use online tools such as Desmos, Khan Academy, IXL, online manipulative physics simulations, I think that really helps bolster the learning for students. I've been teaching for 8 years and I've been using a lot of technology in my classrooms and in my online tutoring sessions as well. Besides the core courses like the physics, chemistry, and math, I've been doing AP courses with my students, French immersion courses, and a range of other computers and option courses, both with my tutoring and my in-classroom students. Another unique feature that I offer is I am the one teacher that's teaching a lot of the courses, and I imagine someone like a high schooler would probably appreciate developing a relationship with one adult who understands them and who they are comfortable working with, rather than jumping from one tutor to the other, from one website to another platform. I've also been working as an academic coach, which is part of my teaching, and I've been helping students really see why it is important to complete high school, to give them required support and sometimes the push they need to finish their courses and to be able to graduate on time. I can proudly say I've helped a lot of students who otherwise wouldn't have been able to finish high school. For parents, I would say support the teachers' strike. I think teachers are the foundation of our society. They've been giving without asking for years and years. They've been working in a high pressure environment where they don't have a lot of supports, but still they give all their time and energy to make sure all the kids are successful in their classrooms. I also recommend getting a tutor at this point if you haven't had one. I still have some openings, so you're more than welcome to book a lesson. My first hour is free for you to try if you wish to. And I would say consider this as a wake-up call. If you haven't had a mentor or tutor for your kid, this is probably the high time for you to realize the value of having a tutor, because they can take your kid from 70% to 80%, from 90% to 95%. They can give that extra time and one-on-one attention that would actually make them succeed and get to those higher levels that they have been struggling with, because one teacher teaching a group of 40 students would never be able to answer all their questions. I strongly believe every child matters and every child deserves a tutor. I wish you all peace and strength during these tough times.